Good morning, students. Today's I want to discuss about the what is introduction to computer. That is your chapter one, and all of you now in come on class seven. That is the your first chapter. I will discuss about the what is introduction to computer. Now, first of all, is what is computer? A computer is an electronic device operating under the control of instructions stored by its own memory that can accept accept means that is the input process the data according to a specified rules, produce information and gives us desired result for future use. That is the basically this is the definition of our computer. Now basically I will deal functionalities of a computer. Any digital computer arises our five functions in gross terms. Basically, it takes input, stores the data, process the data, generates the output, and also controls all the four steps. As per we have discussed what is computer. Now we come to the next topic, that is computer components. There are two types of computer components. First one is hardware and second one is your software. Hardware basically the physical parts of a computer that you see that the keyboard, the hard disks, the monitor, the mouse. These are basically the physical devices that we teach, that we touch. These are the examples of hardware. Now we come to the definition. Hardware is basically a collection of physical elements that constitutes a computer system. This is the basic definition of a hardware. Now we next, that is software. Software basically it is a generic term for organized collections of computer data and instructions, often broken in two major categories, that are first one is system software and second one is application software. These are the two basic softwares. First one is application software and second one is system software. Now we discuss about the what is input devices. Input devices are peripherals that are connected to the computer and it takes data by the user. Some examples of input devices are keyboard, pointing device, remote control, joystick, touch screen, scanner, graphics tablet, microphone, digital camera, webcams, light pens. These are the common things that are the examples of input devices. Now we go to CPU. Now CPU is basically a full form, that is central processing unit. It is responsible for all functions and processes regarding it also computing our power. The CPU is the most important element of a computer system. It basically depend on three main parts. The first one is ALU, second one is CU, and last one is register. The first one, arithmetic logical unit. Basically arithmetical logical unit that we give some addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the mathematical terms that we do in our computer. These are the arithmetic logical unit. Now we go to the control unit. Control and coordinate computer components. First one is read the code, whatever it is want to execute it. Second one is increment the program counter, read whatever the data, provide the necessary data for the ALU register if the instruction require an ALU or a specialized hardware to complete. Now last is register. Register is basically stores the data, execute, and it very fast and storage very fast. It has very fast storage area. Now we go to the primary and primary memory. First one is RAM and second one is ROM. The full form of RAM also you know what is RAM, random access memory, and second one is ROM, that is read only memory. RAM basically a computer responsible for storing data on temporary basis, but ROM stores permanent storage. Now secondary memories are Hard disk drive, optical discs, DVDs, CDs, flash disks, these are the examples of secondary memories. Now we comparison between RAM and secondary, that is hard disks. RAM basically consumes smaller amount, that is basically it will consume 500 MB to 600 GB approximately, but in storage that is much larger, typically 80 GB to 1 terabyte, depends on the capacity of the hard disk. A little like your real desktop has only your current work on it, that is ROM. On the other hand, hard disks basically like a file cabinet has long term storage that we work on it. Now we go to the basically um, RAM consists of chips, but in hard disks it is platters. Now in RAM, when you want to use a program, a temporary copy is put into RAM, and that the copy other inside you use. Hard disks hold the original copy of the program permanently. Now what are the output devices? An output device is any piece of computer hardware equipment used to communicate the results of data processing carried out by an information processing system. Most of the examples of output devices, basically your monitor is the perfect example of output device. Printer, speaker, multimedia plotter, these are the examples of output devices. Now students of class 7, this is today's the basic things that we discuss in our first chapter. Now first of all, you should listen